Hey guys, it's hot outside, so I'm actually in my shed. The lighting's not too terrible, but it's cooler in here than in my greenhouse. I'm trying to sweat my greenhouse out a little bit right now. I have powdery mildew. I've heard that helps. We'll see. Today I need to, like I said, start some seeds. And today I want to do a hydroponic refill both my reservoirs. My DWC and my Dutch buckets need to be refilled. And then that's probably all I'm gonna have time for today, especially considering how hot and humid it is. It is miserable outside, but things gotta get done. So I'm just gonna gather up some things. And while I'm doing that, I wanted to just touch on my why for this channel. I talked a little bit about it in one of the first videos. Basically what the channel would be documenting, but I really wanted, especially on days like this when it's stupid hot and humid, I really wanted to touch base on the why. So for me, I've been gardening now for plenty of years, and when you see my custom made seed box, you'll know that I'm telling the truth. My husband made that for me. But I never thought to turn the camera on and video this journey. I've taken pictures over the years, but never really felt a desire to turn the camera on. It's a couple of reasons for that. One, I'm not very tech savvy, and two, it's out of my comfort zone. I don't want to be necessarily in front of a camera. It's not my favorite place to be. But that changed when I found out my husband wanted to move forward with the Homestead. And I realized I needed a way to document this. And especially for my 3-year-old, who will not remember this process. He's not going to remember what we went through and all the steps and things like that. And I really want a place for my boys to go to look back on this journey, maybe learn from it, learn from our mistakes, certainly. But I don't know, they may want to pursue this lifestyle someday, they may not. Either way is fine with me. But I would at least like to have it in one place, documented. And so when I thought about turning on the camera, it was kind of like, okay, well, great. You got a bunch of videos on your phone or a thumb drive or wherever. Is that really convenient? What if you lose it? So then it was just kind of like, okay, well, where do you put it? It just makes the most sense. I think it makes the most sense to put it on YouTube. I feel like YouTube will be around a while. So that's my why. I want my boys and anyone else who's trying to start this journey to have a place to go for resources. Watch us make the mistakes. I keep looking out the window, y'all, because we have windows in this shed, and I'm going to flip the camera around just so y'all can see. I mean, I don't know. It's like I get giddy when I see the beauty, the lush beauty that this garden space is. It really excites me. Okay, enough yapping. It's time to get started. I think we're going to start with the hydroponics first, because that's almost like a necessity. Let's move on over there. All right, so we have 2 totes, my 15-gallon tote that I'm gonna fill, and that services my 4 DWC buckets right here. And then I have over here my 27-gallon tote, which services my Dutch buckets. And I'm just noticing I have strawberries I need to pick. See how easily you get distracted when you come out to the garden? It's crazy. All right, so let me show you how I'm gonna do this. Okay guys, so I used the master blend setup for the hydroponics in both systems. And what that consists of is the master blend, calcium nitrate, and Epsom salt. And there's a calculator online on a website that I follow. It's super easy. You just type in how many gallons is your reservoir, and then you hit the tomato button, and whatever it spits out is what I use. I have never had an issue with this, and I already have them pre-written down, but I can link that website for y'all down below. Alrighty, so I do pre-dissolve my chemicals in a little bit of water, which I have off to the side, 2 buckets. You're not supposed to mix the calcium nitrate with the master blend and the Epsom salt until it's fully dissolved. I don't know. I've seen people do it all at once and not seen an issue necessarily, but I follow this rule. I break a lot of rules. This rule I do follow. Turn it so I can see it. Tear you out. Are you on brown? It's so filthy. Okay. So we'll do the 15-gallon tote first. So need 36. This is the master blend. So this I can mix with the Epsom salt directly. That's what I normally do. Come on. What are we doing? There we go. So 36 grams of that to... You jumped up all over the place, aren't you? I'm never super accurate, you guys. Never been a problem. Just put that out there. Oh, my hand's in the way, isn't it? Let's see if I can do this at a better angle. Maybe like this. Yeah. I remember when I first started hydroponics, I was so meticulous, wanting to make sure everything was just so. I would be constantly checking pH and all that. I don't do any of that anymore. Don't have a problem. This is going to be my 3rd season growing in these hydroponic systems. Well, at least the Dutch buckets. 36 of this. Yep, went too far on that. I'm going to pour a little of that back in here. Just because I can. A lot easier. Okay, close enough. Okay. Now, I just give these a little stir. I don't know why this water is brown. It all came from the same hose. No idea. Buckets were both clean too. Again, no idea. And then I'm over here filling up my tote. And I'll get it pretty close to that 15-gallon mark, and then I will dump both of those buckets in. They dissolve real quickly. It'll be able to go right in there. And then I'll start filling up my 5-gallon buckets. I managed to get that absolutely perfect on the line. I don't know, yeah, let me see if I can adjust y'all. If you could see that right there, my mark for 15 gallons must be YouTube magic. So now that I've got the main reservoir filled with these guys, I have to manually fill them. That's the only downside I see right now to DWC, is that it's on me, whereas my Dutch buckets, it's all automated. But getting tomatoes out of the deal, I'll live with it. May have to hook something up though at my next house. you'll see that I keep bending over as I'm pouring or shortly thereafter. This blue tube has a water fill line in it that I'm trying to achieve. It's really hard to see right now in the sun, so I'll come back out this afternoon and check it. But I think we're good on them. And I would never proclaim to be an expert on hydroponic growing because it's only my 3rd year. But I do feel like you kind of can't argue with the results I'm seeing. I mean, I must be doing something right, you know? There's fruit all over the place. I don't know if y'all can even see that. My sight doesn't want to focus on it. It's so hard to see out in the sun. But yeah, every plant has fruit. And I just noticed I had even more strawberries all over the place that some are even past their prime, should have been picked already. Oops. So now I'm going to do the exact same steps, pre-dissolving my hydroponic nutrient, only at a different amount because the next tote's 27 gallons. And then I'm just going to dump those in there. Just wanted to say that you can get the Master Blend series. All 3 come together in like a bundle on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. Sorry about the wind. And this has lasted me, this is my 3rd season growing my Dutch buckets with it. And now I did add on my DWC system to it, and I'm still on my 1st ever set. I did get a 2nd set. I have it as a backup for when this inevitably runs out, which will probably be this season. Maybe not. I don't know. But this is definitely my 3rd season growing with it. I have grown every type of crop you can imagine, from brassicas to tomatoes to peppers, in my Dutch buckets, and used this blend with the calculations from that calculator and never had an issue, and always been highly productive. Alright, and that's it. It's really easy, and I'll just top this up a little bit more with more hose water and we'll be good to go. And this reservoir lasts a while. And yes, my unruly Amish paste back here is falling over. First time I've ever had an Amish paste do so well in my yard. We haven't pruned here yet. Hey guys, ignore my kid storage back there. I'm sitting at the table about to start some seeds. I'll show you what I'm starting. Some of them are new to me. I've never tried some of these things from seeds before. But I wanted to say one more quick thing about the hydroponics. That's what I would call a nutrient top-up. Basically, my reservoirs were getting low and needed to be topped up. I do that whenever it's necessary. I haven't really needed to do it too often. Depends on how hot it is. Full disclosure though, my 27 gallon was going to be bone dry like 2 days ago, so I just topped it up with a little bit of hose water to ride out to when I knew I would have time to do a nutrient top up, and it did just fine. It was perfectly fine. And I've done that before plenty of times, never had anything. I really thought this system was going to be super finicky, and it's not. I don't know. I mean, I almost feel like if I didn't screw it up, then I don't think anyone can. We'll see. Now, once a month, I will do a reservoir dump where I drain it. I actually just empty it out and feed it to all my other plants in ground, and I will do a complete refresh on that tote. And the same thing with my DWC buckets. About once a month, maybe once in a month and a half, depending on how lazy I am, I will drain the buckets and like fully drain them, and then just top them all up full, 3 gallons. They're 5-gallon buckets, but I think they hold about 3 gallons of nutrients each. And so I do that about once every month and a half. I should be better about it. I should do it once a month. Do as I say, not as my lazy self does. I just have some seeds that I'll go through real quick with you, and one of these bad boys. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. And some leftover potting soil. This isn't even the good stuff, it's all barky. And then I've got, of course, my labels, because I'm finally gonna do this. I am mirrored. Finally gonna do this right. Anyway. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna plant, new to me, is rose mallow. We'll see. It's supposed to do good in my climate. I don't know. I'm starting 6 seeds each. Got my little dibber, just poke a little hole, drop it in. Not science. This is my first time buying from this seed company too. Alliance of Native Seed Keepers.com. That's a mouthful. Let me see what these look like. Feels like it might be a decent size. Oh, it is. I love it when a seed is a decent size. You can see it, but they're not tiny, tiny. So that's exciting. And I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do 2 seeds per hole because it's the first time growing these. They're brand new seeds, so I don't know, but I don't know what the germ rates are for something like mallow. Worst case scenario, I will put them on the new property, whatever I have extra, I can bring out to my extra property. Hee hee. Okay. Just tap that in a little bit. It's already pre-moistened. Just tapping that in. Okay. Another new to me is lime basil. Never grown lime basil. This is from the same company. Lime basil. Basil is one of those things that I love, and I feel like I grow enough of it every year, but then by the end of the summer I'm like, man, I really could have used more basil. Every year I go through this, so I am going basil crazy this year. And I think for this you really probably only needed to, I mean, basil's basil. Of course the seeds are tiny. I wasn't expecting anything different. I've done enough basil in my days. I'm just gonna sprinkle them basically on top. I kind of just roughed up the dirt. Not going crazy with it. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll just tamp that down, mess it around, just tap it. As long as it stays moist. Basil normally is super easy to grow. And I put this little tag in. The other thing, I'm sitting on my seeds because the wind is ridiculous and I don't want them to fly away. If you're wondering why I keep looking down at weird angles, y'all. Okay, this is just straight basil Genovese. This is the basil that I honestly use the most, but I don't grow enough of it every single year. I have tons of basils out right now, but they all have slightly different flavor profiles, and I need more. I need more basils. I am part Italian, Sicily, to be specific. It's just running in my blood. I need more basil. I cook with it probably the most out of any. I mean, I'm going heavy too. And I'm not even gonna lie, that probably won't even be the last time I start basil. You may see it again. So, okay, this one's not new to me. These are actually my own seeds, Tabasco. I didn't start any yet. Let me see how many I have left in here. I didn't start any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only gonna do one per seed. These are fresh seeds from last year. But the reason I'm only doing one out in a dirt cell tray like this, I don't have the best luck starting my peppers straight in dirt. I always do so much better with the paper towel and the Ziploc baggie method that I know we are all familiar with. And so what I have left, I'm gonna save in case I have to do a backup planting. I don't know why I didn't start why I didn't start Tabasco seeds earlier this year. I think it just dawned on me that I have Tabascos in my freezer that I want to make Tabasco sauce with, but I don't have enough. So, but Tabasco will grow in my heat and do quite well. So this second to last one. This is a, nope, it's not. Oh, I'm missing these seeds. I may have to go find them. These seeds were sent to me. I tried already doing a batch in December and January when I started the rest of everything in my garden. Nothing came up. So I don't know about this. We'll see about that. But what I will do, this is a new to me. Never done anything like this before. Coleus. She's gorgeous and she should be able to take my heat, especially with some part shade, which at this point in the year, most of my beds are part shade because everything is so tall and lush and shading everything else out. I've never tried this though. I have, oh my goodness. Y'all, can you even see? The chances of this going well for me, slim. Keep very warm. Well, they're gonna go out in the sun. They will be warm. This is gonna require scissors too. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, see if these will work. I don't want to lose a single seed. They didn't give me a whole lot. Oh, okay. That did work. Yay me. Distraction. Okay, and then there's like static electricity. So they're not wanting to come out the pack. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. We'll see what we get out of that. Never started a coleus from seed before, and now I'm starting to realize maybe why that was. Okay, I found the mystery seeds. They were in my greenhouse. I have a terrible habit of leaving seeds in my greenhouse when I have a beautiful seed box that I'm gonna show y'all in just a second. But I at least found these. There's no instructions that come with them, so that's always fun. I'm gonna just sow them, I guess, and we'll see what we get, if anything. I am, again, not expecting a whole lot out of this because I've already tried this. Oh, the only thing I can think of is that maybe it wasn't hot enough back then. Or maybe I'm just making excuses. So, that is that. I'm going to set this out in the sun, water it. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of glad I already pre-moistened the soil so these will stick, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I went ahead, sat out our freshly planted seeds. I think the other half of this tray, I will be seed starting more flowers, different flower varieties, once I can make up my mind what I want that to look like. Oh, I'm just realizing I did not cover up my Tabascos. That's a rookie mistake. When I tell you I've been doing this for a while, this is my seed box my husband made me. Believe it or not, it closed at one point. It's absolutely sturdy. She's gorgeous. And there it is. And there's like little compartments And believe it or not, despite what it looks right now, this is organized. I've got, you know, my herbs, lettuces, eggplants, cucumbers, all sorted. My tomatoes is my biggest section, and then I've got my squash, beans. These are seeds from my own garden that I've saved over the years. Peppers, flowers. This is all winter veg, whatever falls under the fall winter category, because I have less varieties of those things and I do summer things because I live where it's hot. And then I've got corn here, which I don't have any corn growing this right now, but I'm thinking maybe at the new property. This is 99% of my seeds. I do have a Ziploc baggie in my fridge with some flowers that I try to overwinter, like stratify, I think that's the word. I think the word is stratify. Anyway, cold stratification. So that is that. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Appreciate it. Appreciate the company. See you all soon.